back, everyone. It's Ben Nelson with the Tech Intern Show. I'm here with Sharon with MyVillage. We'll get into her in a little bit. Just some business housekeeping things to take care of beforehand. If you like what you're seeing with the Tech Intern Show, I'm going to be around for a while. This is episode 7 of many. Hit that subscribe button down below. Follow us on Facebook now. Facebook page as of yesterday. LinkedIn and Instagram. So, putting out bunches of content on there. Photo, video, written, all that good stuff. Episode 7. So we're still getting started. But thank you so much for coming on. I'm super pumped. Sharon and I work at a co-working space downtown on Main Street with Zenovo, and with MyVillage, they just got this new incredible space, fully decked out, beautiful. But they were working in the co-work for a couple months back, and we connected through there, and the whole MyVillage team is just like
the best.
A couple, just like so many great gals, so super fun. I might live the intern life with them too.
Hey, we'd love to have you.
You never know, right?
I know.
I would be pumped. Cool. Well, now that we've kind of gotten that out of the way, I'm just going to drop it to you. Let's go into like a little introduction, kind of what you're about, what you like to do when you're not hustling with MyVillage. Yeah. If you have time for that now. Yeah, go for it.
All right. Well, let's see. My name's Sharon Wilkinson. Have been with MyVillage. This might actually be my year anniversary this week, which is crazy.
No way.
Yeah. It's been awesome. A fast year. I know, it's crazy. I went to University of Colorado, Boulder. Loved it. Go Buffs.
Nice.
And spent actually like 3/4 of my career more so in the food industry. Whole Foods, Qdoba, super burnt out. And I was like, it's time to leave. I want to switch it up. Moved to Montana, found MyVillage. Here we are.
Nice.
And we'll get into all of that later. But when I'm not here, true Montana things. Fly fishing, hiking, camping.
Love it.
Love some yoga.
Nice.
While I left the food industry, still very passionate about it. So also love just trying new restaurants, new food. Yeah.
That's
walking
awesome.
my dogs.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
I remember I made a promise to Bridget. I was like, I need to do yoga with you guys before I leave for spring break. And now it's like end of April. Okay, so maybe amongst all the finals kind of prep and stress, I'll be like, yo, Bridget, let's go to yoga.
Yeah.
And you should tag along.
We'd love that.
Next week, maybe.
Yeah. Namaste.
I love it. What's your favorite river to fish around here?
Oh, gosh. I love the upper based off of the views, which is beautiful. But let's just go Yellowstone when it's not crazy runoff season, Paradise Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Let's be honest, I'm one of a traditional fisherman. Don't catch a ton, but I like my views.
Yeah, neither.
Yeah.
Beautiful spot.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for introducing yourself.
Yeah.
We touched a little on kind of MyVillage in the co-working space, and now you've got your own office decked out. Yeah. We're in the welcoming room kind of right now, conference room over here, fully operational preschool in the back. Y'all are running on all cylinders here. And you just recently changed roles.
I did.
Tell me a little bit about, like, in your year anniversary, tell me a little bit about when you joined, kind of what it's turned into now, and what this whole company is about.
Yeah, great question. So I'm currently in a role as a customer success manager. My whole career prior to that has been in marketing. So when I actually joined MyVillage, I came in on the marketing team, kind of also in a sales role. Had never done sales before, but was like, hey, let's do it. Let's jump in. Let's try it out. MyVillage, let's see, we have grown to 30 educators this year and have over doubled our size. And as we were growing, we were finding that we are going to be kind of a SaaS platform. But with the technology piece, we really needed that human interaction and that human touch point. And we didn't have a customer success role. And so I was tapped in January of, you're friendly, you get along with people, easy to talk to. Is this something that you would like to try, that you'd like to give out? And I was like, hey, let's do it. Let's jump in. And here we are. It's been a ton of fun. Something that I love about the startup industry is you're constantly changing. You're not siloed. Ideas and feedback are open and welcome. And
that's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. And some companies I've I've experienced like it and some don't. And so being able to have that flexibility has been so amazing and just helped me grow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so now on your day-to-day, what do you do here?
It's a great question. And I always tell people, I'm like, I wish I could give a straight answer. I also joke that my job is part customer success, part life coach.
Okay.
So
I love it.
I spend a lot of time connecting with those 30 educators, making sure that they're feeling supported, checking in on what they need. A large bulk of mine right now, about half, are currently in the process of getting their programs open. So I'm kind of shepherding them through the process of getting their trainings ready, making sure their licensing application is turned in, making sure their home set up, insurance is ready, that they're feeling as set up for success as they can when they open their doors.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well said. Whenever someone asks me, I'm like, I'm a kind of a consultant, not really a big intern. I kind of do everything. And they're like, so what do you do on a day-to-day? Well, taking out the trash, kind of washing dishes, which I love. Like, that's the stuff that I can do all day, you know?
Yeah.
Putting away stuff in the garage, or like fully custom back-end solutions, fully immersed in the tech. Like, I love kind of the dabbling play.
Totally.
Intern life, but you're living it. Like,
living it.
But not an intern life.
It makes the day go by so much faster.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just like boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like to be busy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So you just switched roles, and I want to get into a little bit of, I like to consider myself a pretty multidimensional player too, kind of having a bunch of different qualities that play to my strengths. You're a pretty diverse player here in MyVillage. What do you think has attributed to the success of your team here? And also, like, where did it come from the food industry when you were like, I can do this, and now I'm changing roles and I'm still succeeding and also probably learning a bunch?
Yeah, I would say a lot of it, I want to give credit first to Whole Foods. Is when I was there at that time, it was a fire hose in your face all day, every day. And you just had your hands on a lot of different things, and you kind of had to be ready to shift and change. And that was a lot of the food industry. You could prep for something as much as you wanted, but ultimately, if your banana shipment gets held up in customs, like, you got to pivot. So that was kind of where I learned that I like to be busy and I like to think on my feet and problem solve. And then being here, totally kind of forgot your question.
No, just like a multi-dimensional player. Changing roles.
Yes.
And then also, it's like, how is that sort of your Whole Foods experience of
Totally.
thinking on your feet been able to kind of play to your success?
Play to here. Yeah. And that was also, it was a culture where it was very open dialogue. And then when I found MyVillage, I was really looking for a place that got back to being a mission-driven company. And they truly are. And they're living and breathing it every single day.
Nice.
And it's something that culture is really being created from the ground up. And feedback is so important, not only in any company, but especially in the startup culture. And so what's made not just our team or my job or anything, but MyVillage as a whole successful is us being able to come, that I can walk up to Erica, the CEO, and say, hey, this isn't working, and what can we do to fix it? And we can within minutes, hours, days. Like, she's open to that. We're open to pivoting, and we're constantly just trying to make it better for our educators so they have an awesome experience with us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you just closed, I saw the article, a great seed round.
Yeah.
And you've been here for a year, but you've seen this place grow. And now you have your own space in the preschool and 30 different educators across the country. Where do you kind of see sort of the new development of the company leading to, in like ways in which this place can grow? Because it seems inevitable, right?
Right. We're really excited with that to continue to build out our tech platform and to be creating better solutions for our educators. And then with that, when we started, it was just Erica, Bridget, and I at the co-work. Yeah. And Beth, her co-founder, was in Boulder, and Lisa, head of marketing, was in Oakland. And it was kind of just us talking.
Zoom calls.
Zooming all the time. Just constant zooming. And to see this now is so incredible. So currently we are in Colorado and Montana. And we're thinking, like, you know what, we need to expand. We want to take this nationwide. So where kind of are the markets that we can look? And that takes a lot of research. You know, you can't just throw a dart at the wall and say, let's go to Texas. It's like, let's actually figure out what's going to be the best market for us to enter and where we kind of needed the most so that we can build it out. But we want to make sure that we're really nailing it before we do that.
Deliberate kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Plays to my next question on, I've heard it said a couple different times, not verbatim, but MyVillage is kind of flipping the daycare industry on its head.
Yeah.
And I know that your sort of style with MyVillage is totally different with like in-home and the educator style. Tell me a little bit about that sort of strategy and the mission.
Yeah, great question. So Erica and Beth are both entrepreneurs and really great at coming up with ideas. And they both became moms. And Beth tells the story that she had just moved to Boulder and she was currently pregnant and started to reach out to childcare to place her child at the time. Well, child's still with us. And they were all saying, we're on like a 2-year wait list. And she felt like she had already failed as a parent before her kid was even born. Wow. And so that was kind of the first light bulb of the system isn't working and there's not enough quality childcare out there. So what can we do to create this quality system? So Erica and Beth got together and they interviewed hundreds of people, from parents to providers to childcare workers, and found that when childcare is done in the home and it's done really well, there's a lot of magic to it. And you get small ratios. You get a cross-functioning of all ages kind of blending together. So you're learning empathy from 1-year-old to 5-year-old. Right. It can be more affordable for the parent. It can also be more, you can bring home more income for the provider, because there's a ton of tax write-offs if you're running a business out of your own home. And then the child on top of it also gets just great consistency. They get the same kids who are in their program for the most part. They get same adult that's taking care of them. And we found the in-home space can be so wonderful, and we just wanted to make sure that if people are going to be doing it, that they can also provide it to be really high quality, which is also what we want to hang our hat on.
Nice.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like so bought in on that mission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think the startup culture is like one of the more stronger environments that you've been a part of with Erica, and like sort of that team culture, so bought into the MyVillage mission?
Yeah. You know? Yeah. That's a really great question. Nobody's really asked me that before. I do. And I think it's something because everybody who's here really wants to be here. You're not here because you need a job. Like, you're here because you truly care. That's huge. Yeah. And like you can't just walk into MyVillage and get a job. Like, you have, like, all of us really want to be here. It's not like if I was at Whole Foods, somebody could walk up and be like, I just want to be a bagger. I just need some money. And that's fine. Right. But here, like, we're putting our heart and soul into it every day. That's awesome. Yeah. I love that. That's super cool. From the get, I was like, these gals have something going on. Back in the co-work. Back where it all started. Just touch on that, like back where it all started. Back where it all began. That's awesome. Cool. Well, thank you for sharing your thoughts on sort of MyVillage, the daycare industry, how you got started. Yeah. Your role is super diverse here, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. I want to ask you more questions off the show about it, just like your learning experience, and see if I can take away anything. Yeah. Last segment I like to get into is called the final round. Ooh. I've got 4 questions for you. Okay. Just kind of like rounding out the episode, a little here, a little there, kind of get a flavor for everything. You ready? I'm ready. Okay. First question, where do you find yourself being most creative? Ooh. Is that like, maybe it's on the raft, maybe it's in the office, coffee shop, at your house? Yeah, great question. I would say definitely outside. And to make it even more narrowed, afternoon. I'm still in the morning. I'm still kind of waking up. Okay. Afternoon, I can kind of get into a groove, and then I feel like the ideas, they just come. That's kind of like my sweet spot. That's awesome. Yeah. That's so specific. I love that kind of like super dialed approach. That's awesome. Yeah. Super cool. Most interesting thing on your bucket list? Kind of like the most out there thing that you want to do? Yeah. Gosh. I feel like this is kind of a generic answer, but it's been kind of top of my mind, is I have one continent left to visit on this planet, Antarctica. And National Geographic does like trips to go to Antarctica, see the emperor penguins. It's super expensive, but I would love to be able to do that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Penguins, fascinating.
They're
stuff.
so cool.
I think like my top 5 favorite movie is Surf's Up.
Oh,
Have you seen Surf's Up?
no, but I feel like I'm missing out. Is it on
my
Netflix?
gosh. I mean, sure, yeah. I bet. I'll send you the link.
Perfect.
Cool. What's your? Are you a reader?
I am a reader.
What's your favorite book that you gift or recommend to people?
Ooh, I'm gonna do my most recent.
Okay.
If you haven't checked out Harry Potter, first recommendation, whole Harry Potter series.
Okay.
After that, have you heard the book Educated?
No.
Okay, check it out. It is little short snapshot. It's about a woman who grew up in a fundamentalist Mormon family in Idaho. And so her family didn't believe in traditional medicine or education. And then it's her story of kind of growing up there and then also going to college and grad school and now being where she is. It's super fascinating.
Whoa.
Yeah, really cool.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Educated.
Educated.
Perfect.
Yep.
Last question. I just kind of came up on the spot. Since you're a fly fisher gal,
Yeah.
what's your favorite? Summer's coming around. You fish the Yellowstone, so
Yeah.
you're like chubby Chernobyl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a nymph guy.
Yeah.
I love nymphing. So what is your favorite like go-to nymph pattern for that river?
Oh my gosh. I don't think I have a good answer for this.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Go dry fly.
I definitely go the chubbies when I dry fly.
Classic.
I like dry flying more than nymphing.
Totally fair.
Sorry. I just like the drama, the explosion,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I can see that being exciting.
Yeah.
I just love I fish the driftless in the Midwest, so it's like very underwater game.
Yeah. Okay.
But like super picky on the midges and
Totally.
detailed stuff.
Totally. I will say my favorite fly is just an orange scud because that was what I caught my very first fish on. And that day I caught maybe 5 brown trout.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I had been out 6 or 7 times. I was like, you know what? If this doesn't happen, I'm done. I'm hanging up the rod. And then it
Nice.
was just boom, 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 boom.
I love it.
And I got just a little orange scud on my visor and put it on my hat,
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
The scud is top of the menu for the driftless.
Totally.
I love it. Cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on again.
Yeah.
Episode 7 was a delight. I'm so glad we could make this happen in your incredibly busy, moving everything in, kind of changing
Yeah,
roles. 1
of
year
course.
here at MyVillage. So
1 year in.
congrats to that.
Invite me back for episode 107.
Done.
Yeah.
I'll pencil it in on the calendar. Sweet. Yeah, well, thanks for sharing your thoughts on kind of the daycare industry in this sort of modern world.
Yeah.
How to integrate sort of tech, startup culture, where you kind of came from, how that plays to your strengths. Super good stuff.
It's great.
So thank you so much for coming on again.
Yeah.
I really appreciated it.
Thanks for having me. Loved it.